Hello everyone, my name is Sven Kulovic, and I am here to tell you about deforestation and the planet's biodiversity, how they have been disappearing. To begin with, deforestation is the permanent destruction of woodlands. This is nothing new, and it currently is at quite alarming rate, this scale and pace of destruction. Tropical forests are disappearing at a rate of about 13 million hectares per year, roughly the size of Greece. This magnitude of destruction has not only had an impact at a local level, but globally as well. Because these forests are home to much of the planet's biodiversity, hosting about half of all known species. Cutting down tropical forests has not only threatened the extinction of a range of plants and animals, it also causes climate disruption. This has been responsible for around 20% of global CO2 emissions, which has been a major contributor to climate change. Deforestation combined with forest degradation also poses many threats to the cultural integrity and way of life for the people dependent on forests and their livelihood. The land use usually brings increased revenues in the short term, which is why the rate remains so high in many countries. Forests cover about 30% of the world's land, of which roughly 3% of Earth's forest was lost between 1990 and 2015. It has continued, and there has been no decrease in the rate of deforestation in the past 20 years. Of this, 96% of deforestation has occurred in tropical regions. Meet the European Union's objective of limiting climate change to 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels will require a cut of global emissions by at least 50% below 1990 levels by 2050. Such a reduction is impossible without the European Commission. It has presented communication on deforestation and the challenge, as well as United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Negotiations on the future climate regime has called for halting global forest cover loss by 2030 and at the latest reducing deforestation by 50% by 2020 from its current levels. The Commission proposed to work in negotiations on climate change towards the development of a global forest carbon mechanism, a financial mechanism through which developing countries will be rewarded for emissions reductions achieved by taking action to reduce deforestation and forest degradation. The communication also identified possible ways for the European Union to contribute to such the mechanism. It addressed policies that need to be reinforced in the trade, energy, agriculture, food security, and development cooperation in order to ensure a coherent policy response to address the deforestation and forest degradation. Communication also indicates that at the European Union level an appropriate of funding is required from 2013 to 2020 to fight deforestation. To hopefully achieve these objectives, the European Union needs to work on both demand and supply measures. Attention needs to be paid to imports and the use of certain commodities that can contribute to deforestation processes by pushing for more demand of agricultural land and production of specific crop or products, mostly outside the European Union borders. To inform this reflection, in 2013, the Commission financed a study on the impact of the European Union consumption of imported food and non-food commodities, including meat, soy, timber, palm oil, and metal ores that are likely to contribute to deforestation. And in conclusion, the deforestation has had a major impact on our animals as well as ourselves on a global scale and needs to be addressed as quickly as possible. Like the European Union suggests, we have to protect our forests and protect our rights for futures to come. And thank you once again. My name is Sven Kulovic, and I hope that this was an informative presentation. Thank you very much.